All right, guys, today I'm going to be unboxing my most recent plant mail with you. I ordered a couple Hoyas, one of which I kind of took a chance on. It is a sort of newer, popular Hoya right now, and I bought a reverted one. So what that means, if you're new to plants, is that the color markings that it had, it reverted, in this case, back to green. And when that happens, you can trim the plant back and see if it will put out those colors again, but you're kind of taking a chance. And so oftentimes the seller will have it at a reduced price. And it's a more recent, newer-ish Hoya, at least to me, and which means it's more expensive. So I kind of took a chance on ordering it, and I'm going to cut it back and see if it reverts back to the expensive colors, I guess you can say. And hopefully I'll be able to do an update video for you on that and show you that it did revert back to the desirable colors. So let's go ahead. This is someone that I've never ordered from before. Of course, that's easy to say because there's 1 million plant sellers out there and there's so many good ones. But I had lots of things in my cart from various places, and I finally decided to go with this seller, particularly because they had this one Hoya that I've been wanting for a while. So let's go ahead and unbox this and see how everything was shipped. Sometimes they don't survive shipping through no fault of the seller. So this is sealed up. Let's go ahead and open it up. Oh, I heard some rattling around in here and I was like, what is that? So we have some little accessories, and then we have our 2 plants in there that look really well packed. So we have this little sort of jewelry bag with orchid clips and stickers in it. And then this bag, if you're ever lucky enough to get your Hoya to seed, it has like a little seed pod, and you put this over the pod and secure it so that when it explodes and all the seeds come off, that it catches all of them. So it's twofold. It holds all their little like trinkets and stuff, and then you can use it. I've never had a go to seed, but I'm going to try this summer with putting them outside because I heard that moths at night are the biggest pollinators for Hoyas, which is why, if you'll notice, they either bloom at night or you'll walk into a room at night and suddenly you'll be overwhelmed with the scent of your Hoya, and it's because they're attracting moths. That's what I've heard. So let's do the smaller one first because I think I know what that is. Yes, and I have a little stake here to label it after I unwrap it. Amazing. Love that. It feels like there's a lot of fluff in here. If you saw my other packing video, you'll see that we use, like, basically it looks like the inside of a stuffed animal. And I feel like there's a lot of that in here. So that's going to be good, I'm sure. So this is a plant that I've wanted for a long time. It's not, like super new. Again, I'm not ordering like an $800 plant. Not in that tax bracket, but I did kind of splurge a little and get a Linearis that I've been really wanting. So okay, I'm doing horrible at this. Should have brought scissors over here. Okay, so there's all that fluff. Boop, boop. Okay, so here we go. Awesome, look how well that's packaged. It's got, the dirt covered so it doesn't spill out everywhere. The leaves are protected. So this is a Linearis peridot. Let me get closer if I can. So you can see the variegation on those leaves right there. That's what we're looking for. And they have like the Latifolia peridot now. They have the Australis peridot, but it has just this mottled look to it. And so I'm really excited about that. So that's the first one. And then I can save this fluff for if I need to ship something. Okay, next. So this is the one that I took a chance on and was the reverted plant. And you know what? If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's just, sometimes it's fun to buy a project because it's just fun. All right, so I'm really excited to see this in person. I'm just gonna reach in there this time instead of trying to unwrap everything, if I can. All that fluff. Look at that. So well packed and protected. Okay, let's take a look here. So this is a Hoya candy, and I've wanted one for a while, but never pulled the trigger. And so you can see that these are what the leaves look like, right? And then this is what it's reverted to. So these are still really pretty. They remind me of green apple. And maybe someone's gonna come on here and be like, green apple is just the reverted candy. And I'll be like, oh wow, I didn't know that. And now I have two. But these are fun. They're just round and kind of textured. So yeah, this is the candy. It kind of looks similar to, you know, the crocodile, or I think it's like Swiffer's Nightmare or something like that. They look very similar. My dog decided that it needed to come hang out with me. He's cute. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this back and we'll see if it puts out the variegated leaves again. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. We don't have AC right now, and so it's very hot in our house, and he came over to lay by me, which is fine, but he's panting. He's a bulldog, so he's just laying here panting and being hot and fat. So I felt like we didn't need that in the background of the video. So anyways, these are the two Hoyas that I got in the mail. We have the Linearis peridot and the Hoya candy. Really excited. Great seller. I think I would recommend this person over and over again. Actually, let me get, I didn't name the seller. I wanted to make sure it was good first before I named them. So it's Shirley's Plant Farm. Look at that cute little, and I think it's a pretty big shop on Etsy, like been around for a while. Oh my gosh, my kids are gonna go nuts for this. Look at this. Look at this little frog. Boop. Can't see it, but my kids are gonna fight over that. So that's super cute. They love putting little they have their own plants and they love putting little figurines in them. And you know what? They can't fight about it if they don't know about it. I think I'm gonna hide this. And then some cute little orchid clips here, which help keep your plants on the trellis. Little clip. Yeah, Shirley's Plant Farm. I'll go ahead and link it in the description too, so that you guys have that information. And yeah, so I'll do an update video when this puts out new growth. I am going to cut it back, and she even recommended that in the plant description of like, maybe you could cut this back and see if it puts out variegated new growth. So I'm gonna do that, and hopefully I'll have an update video with a success story. But other than that, that's the unboxing, and thank you guys for stopping by. I'll see you next time.